alongside me in commentary. A real buzz about the crowd here, Chris.
Yeah, it has been all day as well with the previous matches and through the tournament as well. Some particularly good weather as the USA side, who maybe surprise finalists in some people's eyes, because Uruguay last year had a really strong showing in Kenya, but USA have been in hot form, as have Scotland. Andy McLean with the ball, you said 50 points already in the tournament, getting ready to kick off, and there'll be a lot of nerves out there for both sides. Obviously an early touch, an early involvement, an early impact is what they're all looking for.
Well, Scotland to kick. Farusi, loud blast on the whistle. The Japanese referee, assisted by Nikolai Fratila of Romania and Kaua Ricardo of Brazil. It's first possession to the USA. To set up the clearing kick through Spencer Huntley, youngster, 17 years old, from San Diego. He's with San Diego Mustangs, taken by Scotland on halfway. Back to McLean, and Scotland already looking to go wide and lurking out there. Jordy Gwynn, the vice captain, but Freddie Douglas unable to find his winger. The ball goes into touch, and we'll have our first line out.
Brilliant defensive impact from Corbin Smith there. The flow. It's so difficult when you're in the backfield. You have to come up and commit to the second last or the last man. If you commit to the second last man like Freddie Douglas was there, you have to make sure that pass doesn't go away. Corbin Smith did that, but you can see the intent of Scotland as well. It was really hard. They took the high ball, and then immediately one phase later they're trying to get to the outside channel. The good defence from the USA.
Kieran Christ, co-captain, picked off by the Scottish line out. Just shift it through 2 or 3 sets of hands, trying to find space out wide. Dudley Thompson, that final pass back to Jerry Blythe Lafferty, joined in the front row by his brother Ollie this evening. And it goes to Rory Hart, coming in for the injured Ryan Burke. Thumping tackle, ball turned over, forcing the knock on in the tackle, and knocked on by the USA. So come back for the first infringement, the first scrum of the match.
More good defence from the USA. You see the big runners of Scotland trying to get an early impact. Rory Hart carrying, but it was hit hard. There's a big collision there. Andy McLean just got a juggle possession, but prior to that there was a number of phases. Crisp handling from Scotland. The USA, they're not flying up out the line or breaking their sink. They're staying very consistent defence, but then following through with it. Big collision. Scotland probably looked to put the boot on the ball at times as well to try and break that dominant defence. The USA will have the first set piece.
Well, that's a great scrum by Scotland, but the USA do well to get the ball out to Dominic Bisag and kick back across towards this side, looking for Spencer Huntley. Scrum half does well to keep that ball in the field of play, tidied up by Graham Pedigana. Born in Cape Town, South Africa, is with Anthem Rugby Carolina in the MLR, and hacked on by Dominic Bisag. Andy McLean, it's a kind bounce, and fly half manages to go through 2 tackles. He's got support with him. Jordy Gwynn threads that ball through, and now McLean looking for it to bounce up into his hands. Jordan Vassell instead tidies up for the USA, right back on their own goal line. What a breakout by Gwynn and McLean.
Ball's available, use it.
Taken into contact by Logan Bollinger as to set up the position for the kick. Back it goes to Rand Santos. He doesn't find touch, only goes as far as Fergus Watson. 4 tries so far for the fullback Finlay Doyle, 7 tries, and out it goes to Johnny Ventisai. Scotland now about 10 metres short. Out it comes to the forwards and Tom Curry, and then Dumfries, and then fighting his way through tackles is Freddie Douglas.
Advantage,
throw to deck, Conor McAlpine. Scotland advantage out to the captain, Liam McConnell, brazen ball carrier. McLean in behind, the ball slung out wide and bounces up nicely into the hands of Jordy Gwynn. USA defence do well to bring down the Scotland left wing. Back it goes again, this time to Jerry Blythe Lafferty, the hooker. Quick ball for Conor McAlpine, and ball couldn't be taken cleanly by Liam McConnell. It looked like he was through. Couldn't take the ball with him, and we'll come back for the penalty.
Yeah, penalty, tackle not rolling away. Some excellent attack, wasn't it? Turnover attack from Andrew McLean and from his own 22, and then Scotland looked really quite settled on those direct lines of direct carries, forcing the USA to make tackle after tackle after tackle of infringing a penalty advantage. I think still Scotland will be disappointed not to finish that off. Some excellent scramble defence from the USA on the outside edge of Jordy Gwynn, who's, as you said, has already scored 7 tries in the tournament, but the cover got over, held him up, and then Scotland lost their shape a little bit. But when they've kept possession, they've been direct, they've forced the USA to make the challenges, make the tackles, then they've looked reasonably good, Scotland. But no thought of kicking the points at all from that penalty just to the right hand side of the post. Andrew McCain pops it into touch, and Scotland have got an excellent driving line out, and I think we'll maybe see it here as there's some treatment for one of the USA players.
Still time off.
It's Chris, isn't it? Slow to his
Clear
feet.
access, timing right, please. Time back.
So you see Scotland's attack 5 metres out. They've got a really successful driving ball while they go to it here.
Taken by Rory Hart, and the ball we fed back to Jerry Blythe Lafferty, the hooker. The ball looks well organised here, just inching its way towards the try line. USA try to drive it sideways. The referee goes round the other side for a look. That's dropped short out. It comes to Johnny Ventisai, hammered in the tackle. Good defence again. And USA with an advantage. Look to run the ball out through Keelan Farrell. Hacked off downfield, nobody at home at the back for Scotland. And 3 USA players chasing hard. It's been won by Scotland on their own 10 metre line. USA just trying to reorganise in defence on the Scotland 10 metre line. So opportunity goes a begging for Scotland.
Use
They
it
look
now.
to rebuild from their own half. McAlpine, Smithsonian's player, sends that ball skyward, just too long, taken easily by Corbin Smith. Off to Rand Santos, moving from fullback to fly half today. And that's Bjorn Ross. We said prop with the carry. Ball dislodged in the tackle. Been snapped up by Ewan McVie, but knocked on by Scotland.
Yeah, open again, isn't it? I mean, the driving line out from Scotland looked under control. Jerry Blythe Lafferty had it almost looked there was no one on just on the right hand side, and I felt as if they could maybe just kept on driving that and taking it over. But brilliant defence. Actually, some of the backs joined them all as well. Finlay Thompson went in when the ball popped out unexpectedly to Johnny Ventisai. He was almost isolated a little bit, and from there the USA defence came off line. Another big collision, another turnover 5 metres from their own line, and it was some really good attacking play from Keelan Farrell, the left winger, who's 6 tries himself. He didn't kick it, it was a knock-on advantage, so if he kicked it from underneath the post, the advantage would have been over. He ran with it, got it away to Corbin Smith, who cleared on the edge, and some clever play from the USA, but an opportunity missed for Scotland.
Fine. Set.
Scotland again dominant of the scrum, this time drive the USA off their own ball. Andy McLean puts that ball into space at the back, looking for a bounce. It comes up into the hands of Tom Curry, the number 8, and then put through by Finlay Thompson, trying to find Finlay Doyle. And it doesn't bounce up into the hands of the right wing, and we'll come back for another penalty to Scotland.
Yeah, dominant scrum, second dominant scrum from Scotland, helping lay the platform, and clever kick from Andrew McLean that time, just to chip over, got the bounce back. There it is a chip over that flat defensive line. I think it was Tom Curry that picked it up, and here Finlay Thompson I think should be more assertive, really attack that space ahead of a more fix the player, move it on. It's quite a speculative kick out towards Finlay Doyle. I think he'd be more assertive and just drive at that space. It wasn't penalty advantage, so we'll go back to the line out on the other side of the field this time. Andrew McLean hits it tough, just 5 metres out, so we'll see it again. I think we'll see this line out drive, and I think Scotland will be kicking themselves. They didn't finish it the last time. Can they do it this time?
Jerry Blythe Lafferty again finds his man in the line out. Scotland eventually getting organised, and the USA defence just splintering. The referee having a close look again. There's the ball just short. It does come back on the Scottish side, just lifted up by Conor McAlpine. More good defence here as well.
And McConnell.
Blythe Lafferty with the drive, still just inches short Then McConnell tries to drive. I think that's Ewan McVie. Is it Rudy Hart? Over. Ball still there. Now it's over the try line. Scotland go over for the first try. And it's Ewan McVie, the try scorer, second row. Remember at rugby, hard work by the Scotland forwards, and they lead by 5 points to 0.
There was some heroic defence actually on millimetres from their own goal line. 2 or 3 times the USA Lowther got underneath possession, but then you're so close. You have to be onside, you have to be behind the line, your whole body has to be behind the line, even your hands in that 3-point stand, so it gives the advantage to the attacking team. I thought Scotland could have been over the line 1 or 2 phases before it, but they kept their patience. McVie got low enough and got over again. The driving line, it was stopped short from the USA, but Scotland kept the composure and got the first try.
Andy McLean, who's kicked 17 conversions so far, sends that one past the left upright, so can't add the extra 2 points, but it's taken 9 minutes, but Scotland off the mark and lead by 5.
Yeah, they've won the territory battle and most of the play's been down this left hand side. Here they have the patience. McVie just gets solo. It's almost that secondary effort where he drives through, and the big second row gets the opening try of the evening. You can see him becoming a professional player. Did a really good Six Nations Championship as well, and some difficult results, difficult performances for the Scotland side, but he was certainly one that stood out.
Release.
So the try scorer, Ewan McVie, driven into contact by Robbie Deans. Conor McAlpine off to the right, and his captain, Liam McConnell.
Use it,
Another
9.
metre or 2 sets up position for the kick as
Now,
Conor
please.
McAlpine threads it back through the legs. Sends that long, allows Finlay Doyle to, can't quite get under it, the right winger. Taken by Corbin Smith, just on his own side of halfway. And then Spencer Huntley sends the ball out to Asbjorn Ross.
Punish,
A loose
offside,
head, and the referee
full
playing an advantage. Scotland offside, so chipped over the top by Rand Santos, looking for the ball to bounce back towards his side. Could well have been knocked on by Scotland as Fergus Watson now under pressure.
Advantage, 4 blue, offside.
Referee Katsuki Farusi looking back for the penalty. Ewan McVie, the man caught offside.
Yeah, you can see that the game plan of the USA is definitely a kicking element to it. They haven't had a huge amount of possession. When they have had possession, they've been quite happy to
Offside, 4.
pop it over that defence, probably out of respect for some of Scotland's defence. But that was a penalty advantage again. We just straight offside. I've been impressed by this man, Corbin Smith, Hartbury University down in Gloucestershire. I've been impressed with him so far. That opening challenge, that tackle on Freddie Douglas. He's taken his high ball as well. He's looked dangerous with ball in hand. I think he plays a bit of standoff as well, and he's a goal kicker, so good all-round athlete.
He's kicked 4 conversions, a penalty, scored a try. The fullback. It's USA with the line out just outside the Scotland 22, overthrown, snapped up by Jerry Blythe-Lafferty, who slings the ball out to the back division. Goes astray, but tidied up by Fergus Watson. Back to Blythe-Lafferty, met by Logan Bollinger, driven to deck
Use it, 9.
by the USA number 8, and then McAlpine again goes skyward, charged down, bounces back nicely into the arms of Jordy Gwynn. Scotland just get too much on that. It wasn't a million miles away from a 50-22, but we'll come all the way back to just outside Scotland's 22.
Yeah, just hit the line, wasn't it? The charge on McAlpine, and then the ball pops up to Jordy Gwynn, and he knows the space is in behind because it's from a turnover. It just hits the line and they come all the way back. It came from an overthrow line out from the USA just before that, so they'll be looking for this 4-man to be a secure win, but also some more good defence from Smith and Vassell. Stopped Scotland in the tracks.
Caden Christ went to the tail of the line out, found his man, but wasn't straight, and because with the new law trial, Scotland put a pod up to contest. The referee will bring us back for a scrum to Scotland.
Yeah, so if Scotland hadn't contested that line, that would have been play on under the kind of new law trial, that if it's slightly askew and the opposition don't compete, then they're going to say that's play on. So it almost incentivises defensive team to throw pods up in the air to try and challenge in there. It's a tough throw for for Chris, the hooker, right in the back of the tail, and the pod moving backwards after his earlier one just going over the top as well. So Scotland's set piece is their anchor at the moment, the big dominant scrum, and the set piece probably of USA's hindering them a little bit with those two good opportunities. Line at the far side and line out at the near side here, not being able to provide quality possession.
Set.
13 minutes played, Scotland 5, USA 0. Scotland's set piece looks very strong. With an advantage, Tom Curry picks up, feeds his scrum half, Connor McAlpine. Ball threaded through and can't be taken cleanly by Corbin Smith. Jordy Gwynn lurking. Didn't bounce kindly for the Scotland left wing, and will come all the way back to the scrum and the penalty.
With a few wicked bounces, haven't we? So, all over. McAlpine just break it. It was actually good timing of the pass by Tom Curry, the Scotland number 8, who on penalty advantage picked and came down the short side, and as soon as I think it was Vassell that had to step in, Curry released the pass. So yeah, Scotland's set piece especially, that scrum's providing a platform for Scotland to get out their own third and try and apply some pressure. There's the replacements from USA. Giving around things a bit of travelling support as well. See how Scotland attack this.
Blythe Lafferty again good at line out. Freddie Douglas breaks away, dragged down by his opposite number Daniel Lothler. Fights his way forward another metre or two, and then Conor McAlpine again just sweeping the ball away quickly for the forwards now to his half-back partner McLean. Findlay Thompson inside centre, looking for space in the defence. McLean again just weighing up his options, lobs the ball over the top to Doyle. Forward pass, just slightly inaccurate at times here, Scotland.
Yeah, just for it, you could see he was almost delayed the pass. He was waiting, thought about the chip, delayed it, and it actually was a good decision then to release the pass, but because he delayed it so long, it drifted forward. I think Scotland were quite lucky not to be penalised for going off their feet, sealing off the ruck just before, so maybe there was a bit of payback for that, but I don't think Scotland will be too disappointed with the scrum. They can attack this USA scrum here. It's obviously against the feed, but they can keep all 8 on the ground here. They don't have to lift that break to strike for the ball, so as soon as ball comes in, I'd imagine the power to come on. There it is from Scotland.
Driven them off again, and Tom Curry, number 8, picks up. And Scotland on the attack from that scrum again, carried by Rory Hart. And the hooker, Jerry Blythe Lafferty.
That's straight off his feet.
Yeah.
Diving feet.
Off the feet at the
Offside,
breakdown
number
again,
9.
so come back for another penalty.
Yeah, that was a penalty. I thought just moments before, I thought Scotland were a bit over eager because they're winning the contact and getting behind. They're almost losing the support players, losing his feet and diving over.
Beyond the tunnel.
But we're already playing advantage from that massive scrum yet again from Scotland. The pack are delivering Robbie Deans, Jerry Blythe Lafferty, and his little brother Ollie Blythe Lafferty in the front row playing the platform. There's a bit of beef coming through McVie and Hart in the second row as well. And if you think about the opportunity that the USA had, was a line out, in Scotland's 22, turned over a scrum, and then 2 scrums later Scotland have won 2 penalties and they're 80 metres down the field.
This time Tom Curry the target, and they break away through Ewan McVie. Already scored 1 try, stopped short this time. Then the captain McConnell goes very close. Quick ball again for McAlpine. Jerry Blythe Lafferty chopped down by Daniel Lothler, and then Ollie Blythe Lafferty pumping those legs towards the try line. He's over, he's rolled on his back, ball held up, goal line drop out.
More good defence. It's quick ball for Scotland so they can get on the go forward. Good line out move from McVie, peeling round and getting good advantage, but then the desperation, especially the USA back row, to make these tackles, to stop Blythe Lafferty, to roll him over, to hold him up. The USA will be a bit frustrated the number of tackles they're having to make, especially close to their own line. That will be tiring them out, but it's effective so far as Fergus Watson runs back the goal line dropout.
Yes, did go far enough, and then Jerry Blythe Lafferty fights his way through contact, and Scotland back on the goal line. However, a loud blast on the whistle of the referee as USA got in there, got hands on the ball. The referee penalising Scotland for holding on.
Yeah, it's Corbin Smith again, the fullback. he makes this tackle. Blythe Lafferty does really well on the inside ball to get through, keep the legs pumping. Andrew McKay comes through, then look at 15, he releases, then he gets back on the ball, maybe loses his feet there, but he's won that penalty. He is all action, the fullback, and this will frustrate Scotland because they've had a lot of opportunities they haven't taken. They've been penalised close to the line. It's motivational energy for the USA holding out, but it's tiring. Scotland just need to relax, try and keep the possession and try and take some of these opportunities.
Caden Christ accurate at the line out. Spencer Huntley sends the ball out again into the USA midfield. Lance Santos slings it wide as the USA try to break out of their own 22, but a loose pass snapped up by Findlay Thompson. Just again invites Scotland back onto the attack. The USA struggling to get out of their own half of the field. Scotland will want to take one of these opportunities as Rooney Hart is thrown to deck. McAlpine again to McLean, puts boot to ball, this time over the head of Jordy Gwen, and just not quite the accuracy that Scotland need.
No, you can see, I think the pressure's building on Scotland because they haven't been able to take the opportunities from maybe one or two of their own errors, but some excellent defence from the USA as well. So that's almost a panic decision. It's a risky decision to go to. If Scotland have kept the ball, see Tom Curry, the number of yards, and Freddie Douglas that they're making the ball in hand, there's no need really to go to that cross kick as quickly for Andrew McKay, just if they settle down. But more, as I keep saying it, more good defence from USA, but as you said, Bruce, they can't get out of their own third. They've put the ball a number of occasions, but it's a short kicking game they're playing. They actually need a bit of longer kicking game, I think, to get some territory, and the set pieces found them as well, setting the line out. Another one that's just judged to be squint, I think.
I think so, and as you said before, because Scotland went up. Scrum down. Well, Scotland lead 3-0 in previous head-to-heads with the USA. The sides met only once in the trophy tournament before last year in Nairobi. Scotland ran out 40 points to 13 winners in previous encounters coming in the World Rugby Under-20 Championship as far back as 2008 and 2013.
Scotland's dominant scrum should allow them to plan a pretty effective strike move, whether it's off the back of the scrum or whether it's in the back plate. And it's going possibly on penalty advantage as well. But
the referee does indicate an advantage to Scotland. Away goes Conor McAlpine and hits Findlay Thompson, angling back in behind the scrum. Quick ball out to Liam McConnell, the captain, then a rugby player, and Jerry Blythe Lafferty comes round the corner, leading the charge. Then McVie, the try scorer. Scotland just working their way towards the try line. It goes to the backs, and Johnny Ventisai, outside centre, come back to the left. And Freddie Douglas.
No.
Scotland still camped inside the USA 22. Back to Ewan McVie. It's trying to suck in that USA defence. The pass just too high for Findlay Thompson to take, though, and again opportunity wasted. Scotland will get the penalty. As you say, Chris, it will get frustrating.
Yeah, it's another. It's a good line. It's a good decision. But the pass is slightly high. But I think Findlay Thompson would be frustrated not to take that. Timing's good. The idea is good, but it's just because there've been so many errors, and we said at the start there'd be nerves out there. I think there's a nervous energy there that's forcing some of these errors. I said before, they had a dominant scrum. You can plan far clearer when you know your scrum's in a position like that. Sometimes when you're playing games, you're trying to play a back row move or a back play move, you're not quite sure if it's going to be a square scrum or up on the left or up on the right. So Scotland have got control of that. It should give them confidence to attack a backline attack or a back row play, much better than they've done so far. But again, that scrum's given them the advantage, the penalty, and they're going to the corner.
Yes, McLean stabs that ball into touch 10 metres out from the USA try line. Again, the maul well set, marching towards the try line. Quite got it set properly.
Ball must be out of the pass.
Yeah.
Accidental offside. No, it's Saka's where you go. Not the maul. Not for me.
But making contact with it becomes a maul.
Scrum. Accidental.
I think Liam McConnell saying that the maul's it. I actually thought that sack was okay as well. Was it Perigana, the 6? 1-on-1 there. No, it wasn't. It was George Engels, the 4. But I think Liam McConnell's got a point actually. It looked as if it initially become a maul. I mean, it's split second. The sack has to be immediate. There can't be any contact between Scotland, the ball carrier, and any of the USA players. for the sack to be effective. If it happens before there's any contact, it's fine. It's like a tackle and open play. But I think Liam McConnell's got a point there. I think the maul had already been formed, but USA got away with one.
The USA managed to get the ball out of the scrum on this occasion. Jordan Vassell with the carry. Then Scotland again winning back possession with the penalty. And they'll go back in the corner. They just got to make one of these count.
Yeah, there's no surprise. It's Freddie Douglas' turnover. It's a trademark of his. So strong over ball. I just wondered if maybe it's going to be a goal kicker. Sometimes just chip that 3 over, go for 3, 5 to 8, and just release the pressure on your pack a little bit as well. So we'll have a look.
Well, just to prove you wrong, Scotland will go over here. It gets passed back. I'm not sure it's even got back into the hands of Jerry Blythe Lafferty. The referee, I think, is going to have a word with his assistant on this side. Let's have a listen.
So that means you're obstruction.
Yeah.
You don't need to wait. Okay.
Yeah. Number 1 blue always in front is saying Robbie Deans. He's in front of the ball and it's obstruction. I mean, it was moving towards the line, wasn't it?
Number 1. Obstruction.
We'll have another look. Robbie Deans, he must have got ahead of the ball carrier, therefore caused an obstruction to the USA defenders, and that's, I mean, Scotland have got the power there, they've got the quality there, but they're not being able to capitalise on it by having the execution. So it's an executional problem. Look at Robbie, number 1 there, just moves in front, makes contact, and if they're disciplined there, Scotland score that try because they keep the possession, they drive over, they've got a better technique, they're more powerful than it looks at the moment, but technically poor.
Scotland unable to capitalise on any of these opportunities they're being handed. They do have the 1 try for Ewan McVie. USA losing the ball again inside their own third, picked up by Finlay Doyle. His assistant over on the far side holding a flag out for a suspect foul play. The referee will have a quick word. For now, I think the decision is a penalty to the USA.
It's a tackle off the ball, I'm not sure. Listening.
Number 13, Scotland. Yeah. Yeah. So degree of the injury is not high. So we're PK only or yellow card? PK only. Okay, thank you. Number 13, right? Yeah. Number 13, shoulder charge, penalty only. Yeah.
Shoulder charge. This is Johnny Ventisai.
Might have another look at it here. The referee, of course, doesn't have the option. We'll have another look at these pictures. No TMO, but Johnny Ventisai penalised. The referee, Katsuki Furusi, having a word with Nikolai Fratila over on the far side.
This is a big play for the USA. Have a look. Number 13, the blue player. His left arm comes up and catch him. I think it's more an innocuous clip more than anything else, but it's been taken up. The USA, they flag it. This is really important for the USA to get some possession in Scotland's territory. Should we call a simple call, but they've gone over the top again.
Yep, picked off by Jerry Blythe Lafferty as his opposite number, Caden Christ. The overthrow for the second time. USA defence coming forward aggressive. McAlpine off to Ollie Blythe Lafferty. Gets his side in the front foot again, and Conor McAlpine spots a gap round the side of the rack, and he's off up into the 22, chased by Rand Santos. Lobs the ball back in field, picked up by Jerry Blythe Lafferty, and it's Scotland back on the attack once again. Liam McConnell, the captain, head down, charging into the defence. A pass by Ewan McVie intended for Andy McLean, but it's still with Scotland. Johnny Ventisai cuts through into the 22, and Ventisai will score. Johnny Ventisai, outside centre, cuts back inside the defence, and it's been building for the last 15 minutes or so. The break by Conor McAlpine, up into the 22, finished off by Ventisai.
Yes, great break by McAlpine. That's a brilliant pick-up as well, and support from Jerry Blythe Lafferty. Then on penalty advantage, the ball hits the deck, but Thompson doesn't panic, and Ventisai, because USA are stretched and they're blitzing across the field, they're getting too lateral. I think it's Ross, isn't it, the loose head prop, who just gets that little bit of lateral, and Johnny Ventisai, the outside centre, spots that, steps back against it, the trailing defence, straightens up and goes over. But because the line break was so far in behind the initial defensive line from the USA, they're always scrambling. It's clever play from the outside centre to step back against the grain and score. The second try after 26 minutes. The first one came after 8 minutes, and it's been Scotland pressure since then, so this will be a relief for the Scots that they've got that second try well finished off the Ventus side. Good change of angle, and the conversion shipped over as well.
Yes, Andy McLean with his 52nd point of the tournament. He's still got a way to go to beat the record of 72 held by Madison Hughes of the USA back in 2012, Salt Lake City. From the Thompson, thumps that ball, the wind at his back up into the USA half.
Yeah, that's the mark from the kickoff that we've seen, being trialled as well. To try and stop teams kicking just long, aimlessly into the opposition 22, try and have a more contestable kick. So it was well done from the Thompson. Just marked it, took his time, and got the kick up towards the USA 10 metre line. That didn't look too straight, but USA have 1-1.
Yep, Kieran Christ finding George Engels. Huge amount of pressure from Rory Hart. Switch direction back to the left. Spencer Huntley on to the hands of Keelan Farrell, the danger man for the USA. 6 tries, the Esher Rugby Club player. Eddie Douglas in there on the tackle, but it's still with the USA just outside their 22. Look to get the hands free, but it's been won by Scotland. Finlay Thompson. Johnny Ventisai in acting as scrum half as Andrew McLean tries to put that ball through, but it was charged down by his opposite number, Rand Santos. And as Bjorn Ross brings play back over halfway, Spencer Huntley with the chip. Jordy Gwynn looking to tidy up, but no advantage coming from the knock-on by Scotland.
It's scrappy, isn't it? Will Strokosh, the former Scottish international strength and conditioning coach, now at Scotland under-20s, looks on and scratches his head. I think he'll be and the rest of the coaches, Kenny Murray, and indeed the USA coaches, will be frustrated by the number of errors. It was a really good set-up play from the line out that the USA won there, and they obviously want to shoot down that left-hand side to get the ball to Keelan Farrell's hands, the left wing, but the pass from Huntley went to ground, and it gave Scotland a chance to get through, and then 1 or 2 turnovers thereafter. Very scrappy. I know it's a final, I know there'll been errors, but 30 minutes in, you should really have found your feet by now. Scotland again will see this as an opportunity to strike. USA should be thinking just get set, get low, get the ball in and out as quick as possible to avoid that power surge that the men in blue seem to have.
We need more space this side, okay?
Half an hour played at Hive Stadium in Edinburgh. It's the host nation Scotland who lead by 12 points to 0. Ewan McVie try, and Johnny Ventisai with the second, inverted by Andrew McLean. The difference between the sides, Scotland will feel they should be further ahead at this stage.
Set!
Billy Blythe Lafferty penalised for pulling down at the scrum.
I'm surprised at that one because there's no need for him to. You know, Scotland have clearly got a dominant scrum.
Rolling right shoulder.
So he's boring in his shoulder, causing the collapse, right shoulder. Nice touch.
Yeah, not a great kick. Jordy Gwynn calls for the mark. Bit of confusion there. Just decides to thump the ball off downfield. It's brought back by Corbin Smith, the USA fullback. Play now on the Scotland 10 metre line. Spencer Huntley. It has Bjorn Ross.
Let it go.
Killed back to the left, and George Engels with the US Army at West Point. Big lad. And the hooker, Caden Christ. San Diego. Huntley spins round and again off to the left, but USA being forced back by aggressive Scotland defence. Okay, just to come forward off the line, pass back inside to Bisag, the captain. The USA may have manufactured a bit of space out there on the left, over Scotland's 10-metre line. Again to the forwards, reach for that one, well to control it. Accelerating into contact, and they have a penalty advantage here as Huntley looks to go himself. That shut down quickly by the Scottish defence. And a chip over the top again by Ran Santos, almost regathers his own kick. But Ewan McVie managed to get hands to that, and will come back again for the penalty.
Yeah, best bit of play from the USA, with ball in hand, stretching or stressing Scotland to make tackle after tackle, and then I actually thought the USA had lost possession of the ball in one of the contacts, but managed to keep it alive, and just through retaining that possession they've won themselves a penalty and they've opted to kick a goal. I don't think that's it. This is a pretty good decision for me from the USA. Try and register some points. They haven't had a lot of territory, they haven't had a lot of possession. That was their best piece of possession, and if they can convert these 3 points, it gives them some reward for that period of ball retention. Scotland's defence looks pretty good, so there's no real need to stray offside. And you can see that the attacking kicking element, or the tactical kicking element of USA is that short attacking kick. Let's see if we can convert it 3 points.
Corbin Smith from about 45 metres out. He looked away as soon as that one had left the boot. He knew it was off target. It's hammered off downfield by Scotland. Stays in the field of play, taken by Ran Santos. Back to Smith. Weighs up his options, and he's taken to deck by Rory Hart. USA in possession on their own 10-metre line. Tom Curry in on the tackle. To the left they go again.
Yes.
Dominic Bisag, the captain. First man in from Scotland has turned that ball over. The USA quickly tried to transition into defence, and Findlay Thompson was round the corner, hammered in the tackle. Ollie Blythe Lafferty driving his 133 kilo frame forward, still going strong. The tight head prop. Referee playing advantage. Caden Christ offside as Andrew McLean sends that ball out again to the forwards, and Liam McConnell. Nice interplay there. Johnny Ventisai with the flat pass. Andrew McLean into the 22. Will come back again for the penalty, this time to Scotland.
Yeah, Freddie Douglas with an excellent turnover.
Captain, please.
And then Scotland played a number of phases. It was actually a really good line that time from Finlay Doyle. The ball didn't quite go to hand.
This penalty is number 2.
As you listen to the referee.
Okay. Your PK count is getting high, so you need to change your discipline, change your behaviour. Okay, go to your votes, please.
So there's a warning for the USA in terms of the number of penalties working against them. Max Streckel having to pass the message on as one of the co-captains.
Yeah, right.
And it's just the number of tackles they're having to make and the pressure they're under with the amount of possession that Scotland have. Scotland want to be more clinical with the possession they've got, but actually, to the, I suppose to the basic eye, Scotland look more physical. They're bigger, they're stronger, they look better conditioned, which is a real big step forward for Scottish teams. Usually in the past you would imagine that some of the size of the American players and the power of American players would trump, but Scotland are making the USA work really hard defensively. They can make them work harder by retaining possession better, but they're trying to ground in the opposite number, and they look in good shape.
I've rarely seen such a physical, although they have it, such a physical Scotland under-20 side. Another good attacking platform for them here, and they break away from the line out through Jerry Blythe Lafferty. Has the presence of mind to release the ball, get back to his feet, the hooker, and drive on. He's still going, Blythe Lafferty. Edinburgh Rugby hooker, now it's his brother, Ollie Blythe Lafferty. Adds his considerable weight to the attack. Then the number 8, Tom Curry. Scotland just building pressure again here on that USA defence, and the dart by Johnny Ventisai. 8 metres short. Back they come to McVie.
And away!
Helped out by Robbie Deans.
Don't push the ball into him.
Conklin has to dig for that one out to Freddie Douglas. Well, anything can happen when he gets his hands on the ball. Powerful open side flanker. Then round the corner comes the captain, Liam McConnell. And out to Andrew McLean, just drops the ball off his shoulder to Jordy Gwynn. Back to go to the right. Ollie Blythe Lafferty again, just rolling through contact. Scotland still 4 or 5 metres short. To Curry again, just working their way towards the try line. It's good quick ball as Fergus Watson tries to dance his way through, looking for his 5th try of the tournament. Back to Rory Hart. Well, Scotland certainly going through the phases here. Ewan McVie now, Hart's second row partner. Good USA defence for now. Ollie Blythe Lafferty, well, he'll take some stopping. Just inches short now. And it's his brother, Jerry Blythe Lafferty. Two of them certainly involved. The industrious 2 front row players, and then Rory Hart.
Oh, good defence.
Holding on for dear life here. Well, Scotland now go over Tom Curry, the try scorer, the number 8. Well, Scotland forced to go through umpteen phases by the USA, but they do go over the try line for their 3rd try, and it's Tom Curry.
Curry finishes off. It was a quicker pick and go that time. I thought Scotland could have moved it slightly quicker, got the backs involved after the big initial carries. Ollie Blythe Lafferty, Jerry Blythe Lafferty, time and time again. Ewan McVie, the try scorer, Tom Curry, have carried so well and so often. They had to share the workload a wee bit after the good work. They could try and shift possession, but that was McConnell almost getting a brilliant defence, just stopping them inches short. But there's a pick up, the more dynamic pick up and drive forward, just on that angle towards the outside as well. More difficult to stop from Curry, and a good score.
Tom Curry with the try. Well, Andrew McLean, unusually for him, the 2nd miss from the tee.
Yeah, that man
Scotland now leading by 17 points to 0.
Yeah, sorry, because that man Tom Curry's been carried so many times already, and he likes to carry direct. He gets low, but he goes on that outside angle, that 45-degree angle, so he's making defenders hit him from the side, so he can make that yardage every single time. The support player has to be there quickly, because it does open you up slightly to a turnover from the outside, but it's carried really well, as has McVie and the 2 Blythe Lafferty so far.
Well, Scotland take control of the match, and there goes that man again, Tom Curry, charging upfield right over the top of Rand Santos. And Findlay Thompson to Robbie Deans, taken down by George Engels. Scotland, it's taken almost the first half, really have a firm grip of this match now. Picked up on the bounce by Liam McConnell. Quick ball again for Connor McAlpine. Andrew McLean to Ollie Blythe Lafferty. McAlpine getting high pass to McLean. Pops that one out of the sky. The tackle made by Max Threlkeld. USA having to put a huge amount of effort into their defence. Try to hold Scotland out. They won't want to concede again as we go into half time. 40 seconds or so left of the half. Can Scotland strike? Findlay Thompson. Blythe Lafferty manages to stay on his feet and offload the ball to Findlay Doyle, but the right wing can't take the ball. Stolen by the USA. And will they now look to run and try and close out the half with a score of their own?
Tackle, let it go!
Corbin Smith tackled by Tom Curry, who's been everywhere in attack and defence in this first half, and the USA send that ball high, chased by Keelan Farrell. Dealt with well by Scotland, well, no, knocked on in fact, and it will be a scrum down, USA ball.
Yeah, it was Andy McLean that took the high ball, and did it just go forward towards Doyle, or was it shuffled forward?
Let's go.
Yeah, actually, good defence actually from Farrell, isn't it? He gets in, makes a contest in the air, then realises he's lost the initial contest, but keeps fighting, disrupts the transfer between McLean and Doyle, and wins a turnover. More good defence from USA, although the cumulative effect of the number of tackles they're having to make every time on Ollie Blythe Lafferty, again on Tom Curry driving through, it is really fatiguing for the USA. We may see a result of that later on in the game.
Too much weight coming
and this
through.
time Scotland go a little bit early. It's a free kick. It's tapped and put into touch by Spencer Huntley. We've reached half time.
Well, at times an untidy first half, but gripping nonetheless. Big crowd here at Hive Stadium, certainly entertained.
Max 1 Music. Max 1 Music.
half went on a number of occasions. Now, the other thing, the way I look at the second half, 40 minutes left of this Junior World Trophy. It's, you know, coming towards the end of the season, obviously, and they just want to give it absolutely everything. There's something to chase for the USA, and there's something to extend for Scotland. So we're looking for much more quality from both sides, I think, in open play in the second half, and more quality in their set piece for the USA. So we'll see what the messages were at half time. Doesn't look like there's any changes in personnel that we can see so far. I actually think maybe Dylan Fortune might be on for the USA, but we'll bring you up to date with that. So we'll see what the second 40 gives us.
Second half underway, and Conor McAlpine calls for the mark. It's a good touch just on the USA side of halfway.
Yeah, good kick actually into the wind. Scotland will play into the wind a little bit. Again, another example of the long kick off into 22 being marked, giving the team receiving all the time in the world just to set their target and kick towards it. There is a couple of changes. See Bryce Miller's an 18-year-old in second row, and Dylan Fortune as well.
USA then with the first real attack of the second half is the new man Bryce Muller, an 18-year-old from Fairfield in Connecticut, Babson college player, takes the ball into contact. Ball goes behind Graham Perigana. Inside flanker unable to take that one. We'll have our first scrum of the second half.
Yeah, poor pass just in the hip of the receiver there. Scotland will look to continue where they were in the first half in terms of the scrum. Here's the pass here, it's just a bit low, isn't it? Just behind Perigana. There's actually a reasonable opportunity for USA to attack that left edge of Scotland, try and build some momentum, build some pressure.
Fine.
We'll see how the scrum goes. Scotland, big dominance in the first half.
Similarly in the first scrum of the second half, but out it goes to Finlay Thompson. That ball's been lost forward. USA on the scrum advantage. Spencer Huntley out to another of the new men, Dylan Fortune, powerful back row. Try earlier in the tournament, dropped inside, and Santos to Caden Christ. USA advantage over as Braemar Murray is absolutely hammered in the tackle by Freddie Douglas. Still with the USA, gets the space out there on the right flank. Dominic Bisag, the captain. USA work their way up towards the Scotland 22 as Bjorn Ross, loose head prop, with the carry, and Rand Santos darts into contact. Back it comes for Huntley, and again Braemar Murray. Caden Christ, it's a quick ball for Huntley, and out to Corbin Smith, full-back. Again waiting on it. Back he goes to the right, and Rand Santos with the flat pass. Still with the USA, it's going through the phases, not really going anywhere for now. Logan Bollinger with the charge, and back again to Dylan Fortune. He makes a metre or two. He's a Rosenmeyer now, the tight head prop. Spencer Huntley appealing for a penalty, and he gets it.
Yeah, another look at that. Look at this one again. Freddie Douglas in that wide base position, looked in a good position, but the referee said there was no clear release. Better again from the USA, who just built through the phases. We won't tell from that angle because I don't know if Freddie Douglas was part of the initial tackle. I think it's Finlay Thompson who got low and made the tackle. So if Freddie Douglas was part of that, if he was an assist tackler, he has to release. If he was in as the first arriving player, then he's hard done by. But similar to that spell towards the end of the first half, where USA went through the phases, they kept the ball, you know, under a little bit of pressure from Scotland, moved the Scots around, they won the penalty, they've opted to kick a goal. Sensible decision, I think.
Corbin Smith, one miss from the tee, long range effort in the first half. Much closer here, an easier kick for the full-back. And up go the flags, and the USA get themselves on the scoreboard 4 minutes into the second half. It's Scotland 17, USA 3.
Yeah, that would have been the message in half time as this and start the second half. Well, get the first points on the board. If you're clawing back lead, whatever it is, get the first points on the board. You obviously hope for it to try, but for a penalty as a result of some good ball retention, good attack, it gives them, the USA, something to hold on to, and Smith chipped that over, no problem at all.
The USA will feel a little better about themselves now. Can't take that ball cleanly, so an error just when they don't want one. Coming off the foot of a USA player, picked up by someone in front. Penalty for Scotland, and Liam McConnell indicating he wants this ball put into the corner by Andy McLean.
We spoke about the strength of the line at Mall. It didn't really give the rewards that Scotland have had from previous fixtures in the first half. Can it do it in the second?
Jerry Blythe Lafferty 5 metres out from the USA try line, finds his man at the front, and that looks a more controlled maul for Scotland. It's in the hands of Blythe Lafferty. In pile the Scotland backs. The USA have repelled it for now, but the Scotland team, over they go, over the try line. It looked for a moment that the USA would hold them out, but Jerry Blythe Lafferty goes in for Scotland's fourth try 5 minutes into the second half. USA having just scored themselves a penalty, conceded at the other end, mistake from the restart, and Scotland clinical.
Yeah, much more clinical from Scotland. As you say, a poor error at the restart, giving the penalty to Scotland, and then that's more like it. The setup was much better. Michael Lafferty had control of the ball at the back, the power came on. A new law change as well, they have to be used if it stopped just once, not twice, but it wasn't stopped. Michael Lafferty had the control and they got over. Nice conversion from Andy McLean. That's a good throw, good jump, good set. McVie with a take, and then you can see the cohesion. All the Scots backs are flat. Doyle comes in for the right wing as well to add a bit of weight. There it was almost disrupted, but Scotland kept the composure. Jerry Blythe Lafferty had total control of possession and tipped it over.
Some running repairs to Findlay Thompson. Scotland inside centre. Running leads. Played with Dunbar, Musselburgh, Watsonians. Seems to be okay. Scotland, well, we spoke about in the first half, they had opportunities and it's just errors, weren't clinical enough. Well, you couldn't throw that accusation at them there. Took their opportunity. They now lead by 22 points to 3. And then goes Dominic Bisag, the USA captain, tries to turn that into a maul. Scotland do well to win possession. Tom Curry, number 8, doing a great first half. With the carry just to set up the position. Conor McAlpine send that clearing kick up the right touchline. Doesn't make a huge amount of distance. Good attacking platform here for the USA as they try to build their way back into this game.
Yeah, Findlay Thompson did really well to get that back because the USA's initial contact was excellent. They managed to force it a maul, but when the ball went to deck, it was able to be presented by Thompson, and McAlpine one phase later clears it, but there's an enormous line out from the USA.
Overthrow, I think, for the third time in the game, and it's been snapped up by Freddie Douglas. Rugby open side flanker, looked over the top, far too much on it. Oh, Liam McConnell was going to reach for that.
Just apologising there, just way too high. We're looking to do B before A. Just really run at that outside shoulder, get a bit of footwork, take some yards. You're against a smaller defender, get that long place back, rather than looking to play almost too much in front of defence. But he'll learn.
USA, another crack from a line out in a similar place, and over the top it goes, back inside to Keelan Farrell, the left wing, who would much rather have space out wide, but running hard at the heart of the Scottish defence. Bryce Muller then with the carry. Santos out to Bisag, shot down by Findlay Thompson. Back it comes to Fortune. To the Scotland 22. And the USA reply, well, not now because they've lost that ball. It's been turned over again by Scotland at the breakdown. Last man up, Freddie Douglas. Goes to Rory Hart.
Use it 9.
And Scotland will just set up the position. You would think for the kick, Conor McAlpine
Use it 9.
rolling the ball back through the legs of the Caterpillar. Low kick over the top of the breakdown, stays in the field of play. Taken by Corbin Smith, and then Rand Santos sees space across on the left hand side, tries to find Keelan Farrell. It's been won by Scotland, and away they go up over halfway. And looking for support inside is Fergus Watson, and he finds his outside centre Johnny Ventisai, and Scotland now into the USA 22, looking to strike from the other end of the pitch, and Tom Curry spins through contact. The number 8, McAlpine out to McLean as a dart himself, tries to offload the ball to Ewan McVie, can't find a second row, ball knocked on by McVie, scrum down, USA ball.
It's an excellent breakout from Fergus Watson, was it? An interesting kick coming over towards Farrell, but Watson watched it all the way and he just broke tackle after tackle. He kept looking for support on his inside, but he had the ball longer than he thought. It was eventually Santos who got back, good ball back inside. Ventisai always there in support, and then again Andrew McLean I think does the first bit really well, but it's not a poorest decision, it's just slightly off in the execution. The space is there, Ewan McVie run at it, Andrew McLean got been behind the initial defensive line, but it's just that final connection between the 10 and the 4 that means the ball goes to deck. As USA go to the bench, 1 or 2 changes as well. It was interesting when you spoke about Scotland building the Caterpillar to clear, to kick from their own 22. I assume the message is on that Scotland should quite happily just put the ball off the field rather than kick to contest, and just get off and try and force error from that USA line out, because it is under pressure. So maybe rather than keep the ball in the field, they can get the ball off the field and apply pressure and set piece on. And saying that, there has been a change, and a couple of changes in the front row for the USA.
See Kieran Chris there, in the number 2 jersey, replaced by Seth Smith, 18-year-old from Fouchier in Texas, plays with Houston Sabercats. His first job to pat down in the scrum.
It's Jack Hawkin on as well for Scotland. Is it for Andrew McLean? I think maybe on the stand as well.
Fine.
This is Andrew McLean.
Sit.
Hawking scored 3 tries in the tournament.
Need to be by the 9 and to the
Rugby player. Much of his rugby in Australia, moved over there at the age of 3, back involved in Scotland set up as part of Scotland Sevens youth team at the Commonwealth Games last year.
Wait for the foot, steady. Steady, wait for the foot. Steady, wait for the foot. Crouch. Fine.
Half an hour left.
Sit.
Hive Stadium, Scotland in control at 22 points to 3. Can the USA find a way back into this game? Spencer Huntley out to Bisag. Taken down by Finlay Thompson round the bootlaces. Hit there on Dylan Fortune.
Liam McConnell stepping in from the outside, you could see the pass, you could see the ball carrying. It was a really good collision from the captain, setting the tone.
USA will go to the boot, and that long over halfway breeze. USA's back, taken by Fergus Watson. They go through Jack Hawking. His first touch of the ball, pink boots on, and away goes Fergus Watson. Finds a gap again over on the far side of the pitch this time, and can't quite find his support here. Geordie Gwynn there, and that's 2 breaks. Once on the right touchline and then on the left by Fergus Watson as he begins to find space in that USA defence.
Yeah, I like the way he plays, Fergus Watson. He almost glides over the ground, doesn't he, and just came in at first receiver that time, because Hawking, who's on at standoff, carried the initial contact. So it's really good to see a fullback identifying that, and then as a ball player coming up in that first receiver channel, because you're moving forward onto the ball and you've good pace, gliding arc outside the defence. A couple of good breaks. It'd be was actually well covered in the end by Jordan Bassel, the right winger for USA, because he got back and he didn't catch the ball, but he got in the passing channel, knocked the ball backwards, and certainly stopped what would have been a scoring pass finding its way to Jordan Gwynn. Good crowd, as you say, earlier on, maybe 1,500 plus, I think, here at High Stadium.
Scotland back three have been incredibly dangerous in the pool stages. Fergus Watson, 4 tries. Jordy Gwynn with 2. Finlay Doyle with 7, chasing the all-time record of 9. Change for Scotland. On comes Dylan Coburn. Southern Knight. Melrose. It's impressive.
12 USA, substitution.
Involvement in the pool
12.
stages.
Wait. 12 white subs.
It's on for Rory Hart.
Yeah, I wonder if it was a hedging assessment for Rory Hart. Sure, change in the midfield as well for
Number 9
for USA. Oliver Klein coming on for Max Flockheld.
There goes Scotland from the line out as Blythe Lafferty feeds Finlay Thompson. First involvement of Dylan Coburn, the carry, and then huge charge by Ollie Blythe Lafferty. Scotland keep this tight through the forwards, just try to suck in that USA defence. Now they go a bit wider to Ventisai, off to Fergus Watson, tries to spin his way towards the try line. Stopped 5 metres short. McConnell.
On the way.
Carry by the captain. Referee playing advantage here for Scotland. To Curry. Just 5 metres or so away. You feel a try now would really kill off the challenge of the USA. Jack Hocking cutting back in towards the ruck, looking for space. Robbie Deans. Scotland now just a metre or 2 away, still with the forwards, keeping it tight. Lafferty has a look, but instead McAlpine will go a bit wider, looking to come back inside to Jordy Gwynn again. Didn't quite work out for Scotland. Will come back for the penalty.
Yeah, on penalty advantage. I thought that was actually maybe a bit of a knockdown as well from Corbin Smith. It's just the pressure building in the USA. I think Scotland can move the ball away from the ruck a little bit quicker. Simply carry with the forward, make good garages, and then carry again. I think the Scottish backs, as they did there, try to step up and get that ball away. That's where I thought it was potentially a knock on in the tackle. It wasn't a knock on the tackle, but more. But yeah, I think because Scotland have made a lot of good carries, are making a lot of good carries, I think if you shift that point of contact a little bit wider, it's even more difficult for the USA defence to get into position. Robbie Deans gets a little bit of treatment. He's going to join us now. Still looks as if he's carrying his right arm a little bit, but he's going to join the line out at the front.
And Scotland strike another blow here. An overthrow from the line out, snapped up by Dominic Bisag. Grateful USA captain.
Retreat, move backward.
USA will breathe a sigh of relief there. Can ill afford to concede to Scotland again as they thumped that ball up the left touchline. In front of our commentary position here. Yeah, Scotland will have to build another attack from deeper.
Yeah, it's a good clearance kick, wasn't it, from the replacement, Oliver Klein. And he's in goal area, gets up almost towards the 10 metre line to just relieve that little bit of pressure.
Blythe Lafferty again, can't find Dylan Coburn, and away goes Seth Smith. Replacement hooker for the USA.
Move backwards.
Back to Oliver Klein. Oliver Klein's first involvement having come off the bench against Uruguay really turned the game in USA's favour. Was the kicker, a 50-22, which the USA scored from. Scotland will be aware of the threat posed by Oliver Klein. Didn't quite work out for the replacement fly half, but USA do win themselves a penalty. High tackle by Scotland.
Yeah, it was actually just to say it was really quite a good chase from Scotland, because it wasn't chased as an individual. It was 3 chasers came, and as Oliver Klein went to go down the right hand side, the pass wasn't great actually to, was it Santos? I thought Scotland's chase was excellent, but the tackle must have been just that little bit too high. And look, there's Klein, he comes back down the right hand side, the pass goes over Smith's head, and then Ventusai.
Okay, in.
It didn't look too bad
Go,
to
you
me.
gotta receive that.
I'm not sure if it was head contact. No, it's fine, but we'll get on with it.
Seth Smith finds Braemar Murray, a Scottish sounding name, but from Leeds.
No, I'm happy.
Anthem Rugby Carolina player. MLR. Scotland have turned this into a maul. You can see Blythe Lafferty in there, Dylan Coburn, Lee McConnell. There's no way that is coming out. Good work there by 3 of the Scotland forwards.
Yeah, good defence. See that it's more kind of ball that wasn't presented particularly well. It's bubbling around left, right and centre. It popped up into Seth Smith's hand, so he can be excused in some ways just for being surprised, but immediately as he got it, his opposite number, Jerry Blythe Lafferty, he was on his feet, he managed to hold him up, lift him almost, turn it into the ball. Here's the ball, the delivery's not perfect, hits the ground, pops up again, Hunter pops it back inside.
Keep punching, boys!
Smith doesn't get a huge amount of time to think about it, and then Blythe Lafferty, Coburn and Liam McConnell hold him up, wouldn't turn over.
McConnell with the initial contact there just did enough to buy a second or so for Blythe Lafferty to come in, along with Dylan Coburn.
Number 12, substitution, Scotland, 12.
Another change for Scotland. Findlay Thompson coming off. It's like Kerr Yule coming on.
Yep. Played last year, and I think he's available next year as well. Kerr Yule is that young man. Findlay Thompson, he's been bruised and battered. Ball player in that 12th position. Kerr Yule's got a lot of experience with Super Series rugby, under 20 rugby, and he's certainly a tough man to break down. He'll look to break through the USA defence.
Big lad, 103 kilos, takes a bit of stopping. Certainly give Scotland some front foot ball if they choose to use Yule that way. Scotland dominant at scrum time, trying to buy themselves a penalty for the easy exit. Might as well roll the dice here with the penalty advantage coming. Hocking looking for the bounce, he gets it, feeds back inside for the support of Conor McAlpine, and space for Freddie Douglas to charge into. Such a good player, Freddie Douglas, the open side flanker. Johnny Ventusai out into the wide channels, the two wingers lurking out there. Jordy Gwynn had Finlay Doyle with him, chose to carry himself back to Coburn, driven into contact by Ewan McVie. Again to Hocking, the flat pass to Jerry Blythe Lafferty, good footwork by the hooker. Calpine again out to Kerr Yule, his first touch of the ball, placement inside centre. Loud blast and the whistle of the referee. Scotland holding on in the deck.
More scramble defence, isn't it, from USA, getting back. The initial chip and chase from Hocking was excellent, and he knew the support from Conor McAlpine was inside him. Then Freddie Douglas made an extra 20 metres or so, but after that USA managed to scramble, they get back, they get into a position. It's Ballinger that's won the penalty. I'm not sure he was supporting his body weight, but he deserves a penalty for getting back and staying in the fight and getting himself over the ball. It's another opportunity for Scotland that they haven't taken. They've not been clinical enough. And after that, initial line break, Freddie Douglas to the fore.
Number 1,
such a good player. I mean, he was no right to make the yards made after the initial contact. He was hit, I think, and then made another 10 metres and drew in 2 more defenders. By the time he got brought down, no wonder he's taking a minute or so to get his breath back.
It was such a well balanced back row for Scotland as well. Captain Liam McConnell, Tom Curry, we've spoken about a lot in the first half. They all just do their jobs so well and allow each other to do what they're good at.
And that's the beauty of it. That's the difficult thing to get, but if you got it, that's a real golden nugget. The balance. We'll always hear about the back row balance and play a fetcher or carrier or hard work or whatever it is, but you can have the 3 best players in the world, but if they don't complement each other the best, it's maybe not the best back row. So Scotland certainly have that balance, and they've played a lot of games together as well through the Six Nations and then now through the Junior World Trophy. So top players.
Assistant over on the far side, Ricardo of Brazil. Making sure to line out straight to Seth Smith. Again hits Braemar Murray off the top. It's a good charge by the USA, and as Bjorn Ross, Lucid prop still in the field of play, driven forward by Seth Smith, helped by Bryce Muller. Spencer Huntley, but the referee got help from the sidelines there, spotted a knock on. USA making good ground there.
Yeah, it comes from a more stable lineup. Really simple ball, one there, it's knocked forward, it's actually ripped back, I think, from, is it Kerr-Yule? But a simple line-out delivery, a good carry, a second good carry, has made the USA 30 metres or so, but unfortunately for them, couldn't retain the possession with the execution at the end. But that's where they've really struggled in that, get any launch from the line-out in the first hour or so. That was much better.
20 minutes left of this final at Hive Stadium. Scotland 22, USA 3. It's never quite hit heights. You feel there's just another level that this could go to. USA to get back into it. Well, there's still plenty of time left, but you feel they can't leave it too much longer.
Work early, all! Work early!
Scotland ball from the scrum.
Connect!
A knock on, perhaps the ball was ripped there by Scotland, but either way, it's Scotland possession. Winning themselves a penalty from the scrum. A chance just to send this ball up the touchline. Jack Hawking back into the USA half. As Bjorn Ross, who said prop straight today at the scrum.
Yeah, more changes in the front row for USA. Decent kick from Hawken as well. It's just the beauty of having that control at the scrum time that Scotland can win that penalty, chip off another 35-40 metres and have an opportunity to launch just outside the USA 22.
Solomon Williams on for Spencer Huntley at half back, captain the side against Kenya. Scotland piling in, pulling off feet, hands on the deck as they tried to win that. Away go the USA through Oliver Klein, and then Holden Hahn. Another penalty. It's time for Scotland.
Well, how does Freddie Douglas get to every breakdown? That was a quick tap. He was involved in it was a short line out, but he wasn't directly involved in the line out. But then Scotland lose the line out. There's a rack in the 22. It's penalised, and quick as a flash, USA tap and go. And the first man at that breakdown is Freddie Douglas. It's incredible how he gets to the ball and it affects almost everyone he's involved in. It was a good line out steal actually for Logan Balaguer from the previous line out. But the reaction of Douglas and then to get back, get over the top of the ball and influence the game is really so impressive.
Ben White now at the front of that Scotland line out. Still Jerry Blythe Lafferty with the throw, finds his man at the front, sacked by the USA, but away again comes who else but Freddie Douglas. Scotland now will look to build an attack inside the 22. Liam McConnell, Conor McAlpine still on the field. Spoke about the strength of Kerr-Yule. Around the corner comes White. See defence holding firm on that 22.
Defence is coming forward much quicker as well from the USA. It's putting pressure on Scotland.
McConnell, well, you spoke about it, again coming forward, driving McConnell back. Again gets Scotland on the front foot, almost stolen by Farrell. Still Scotland. Tidying up. Scotland just going backwards. Ben White will attempt to get them on the front foot. That is aggressive defence by the USA. Walking onto Ventisai. It's the short pass to Freddie Douglas. The USA defence has driven Scotland all the way back from the 22 to the 10 metre line. Connell again. Hawking just staying patient here, trying to move the defence around, probe for holes. Now they have a penalty advantage. To the forwards, and
Back on, let it
Ben
go!
White again.
Seth Smith's made a few impacts since he's came on defensively as well. The USA hooker.
Liam McConnell. Scotland still with an advantage as Conor McAlpine sends that ball over the top into touch. Well, the referee was still playing the advantage and will go all the way back for the penalty.
Really good defence from USA. I know it results in eventually giving away a penalty, but they've gone from 10 metres from their own line up to almost halfway with dominant defence going forward. And I think Scotland can vary the point of attack a bit more. I mean, the workload of some of these forwards is through the roof for Scotland, but I think Scotland can vary that a little bit more, rather than calling the same players to carry time and time again so close to the breakdown, and then get one carry and then move it maybe one pass or two pass wider. Make that USA defence is gaining in confidence, make it move further in order to get into position, because Scotland are getting quite quick ball. Oliver Duncan, number 20 on as well off the bench of Scotland. He's replacing his Freddie Douglas as GRS, isn't he? What a season.
He's got through a tower of work, Freddie Douglas. Battered and bruised.
And available for under 20 rugby next year as well, which makes his impact even more impressive.
Duncan elite call up to the squad, coming onto the bench. Ryan Burke dropping out injured. Rory Hart promoted to the starting lineup. Taken down by McConnell. This could just be the killer blow. Scotland can get themselves over the try line again. Look very well organised. The breakaway by Ollie Blythe-Lafferty. Jerry Blythe-Lafferty, rather, the hooker, and he goes over for his second try. 2 second half tries for the Scotland hooker, and that may well be enough now for Scotland.
I hope he's not done himself. I hope he's just cramped. He looks uncomfortable, Jerry Blythe-Lafferty, but he's been so impressive. Look at that, right at the top. No contest from USA, so there's no pressure on McConnell to make the catch, and it's well set up again, isn't it? Just when it shears off to the right, and he has the presence of mind as well to realise that the maul's over, so therefore he breaks free himself and has a sidestep. I think the sidestep maybe sets off the cramp, because as soon as he goes he feels it coming in, and well, I really hope he's nothing too wrong, because he's been impressive, mightily impressive. It's his second try. Such a massive workload he's gotten through, a real star in the making.
Jack Hocking taking on kicking duties, successful with the conversion. And Scotland now lead by 29 points to 3 with about 15 minutes left to play.
Yeah, really clever play, because once the maul's over here, he knows that, so he breaks free from it and then has the footwork and the step and the power to get through. USA have gone quickly and won the ball back from the kickoff as we look at the replay.
56 points the difference, so 4 converted tries needed somehow for the USA. That's the one penalty Corbin Smith to show for their efforts this evening so far. Oliver Klein slings that ball wide to Farrell, cuts back inside past 2 or 3 defenders. Dangerous left winger. 6 tries in the competition. Bryce Muller with the carry, and then Luke Schaefer, replacement prop. Klein looks back inside to Rand Santos. Klein now at fullback, having started at fly half. Moved back with the introduction of Klein Bisag. Bollinger with him. Solomon Williams on now at scrum half, uses Thomas Wagner, another front row replacement. But indecision there by Solomon Williams, just darts into contact himself. Holding on in the deck, Scotland not hanging around here from the penalty. Perhaps a little short of support there, Hector Patterson. The referee instructs the USA to keep their hands out. Hector Patterson on at scrum half for Conor McAlpine. Rugby scrum half. Scotland looking to go wide. Fergus Watson lurking out there.
Use it!
Patterson falling forwards round the corner. Puts the ball up to Dylan Coburn.
Okay,
Lloyd
use it
Lafferty
now.
for support. Scotland still is probing down that left touch line.
Let it go, let it go.
Jerry Blythe Lafferty seems to be okay.
Well, he won a penalty turnover
Use
that
it,
Hector
please.
Patterson took quickly
Onside.
as well. He's battling on with that cramp.
He's done it.
Charged down, feels by Patterson. The referee saying play on, and it might work out for Scotland. It's rebounded back into their hands, stabbed through, but that will just beat everybody into touch. A kick there by Finlay Doyle.
Yes, it's a reasonable option, I think, for Finlay Doyle.
Like the moving, like
Keep turning the defence. It's almost a 2-and-2 in that outside edge, and you're heading towards the touchline, so
Scotland number 2, substitutions.
push it through and then apply pressure at the line out. There was a turnover there. And yeah, I think Finlay Doyle, it's a 2-and-2 in the outside edge. Put the pressure on, and here's the innovation for Jerry Blythe Lafferty getting his rest now as he attempts to jog off a massive shift from him the last 2 tries. And just his all-round play. Yeah, he's a big feature.
Another player with lots of experience in Super Series rugby with Boroughmuir Bears. Really developing already as a hooker, but replaced by that man, Seb Stephen, 18-year-old, born in Aberdeen. Another big lad, 108 kilos.
No clear for me.
Used by the USA. It's still with Scotland and Ewan McVie, first try scorer. Hector Patterson out to the new man, Seb Stephen again. Gets himself involved in the action. Slower here for Patterson. There's the captain, McConnell. Still carrying hard in the closing stages of this game. 10 minutes to go. Scotland with that 26 points advantage. Back it comes to Coburn. And Tom Curry, we've not seen so much of him in the second half. An exceptional first half, the number 8. Throws the dummy into contact. Then Hocking darts. It's a lovely offload to Ollie Duncan. Stopped 3 metres short. Patterson on hand. And the troops massing now for Scotland. Can they go over? At close range again. Braemar Murray does well to keep Scotland out, but for how long? Just inches away from that try line. Hector Patterson just stands back, allows the Scotland forwards to go to work. Another good tackle, but no arms, so the referee playing an advantage. Now they go wide. Jack Hocking doesn't quite get that right. Taken by Keelan Farrell, and we'll come back. The referee playing an advantage for 2 penalties.
Yeah, we'll hear what the referee has to say here, but it's the accumulation of penalties, I think.
2 offsides here, and then 5. And that's not 2 offsides, 4 offside. Okay, next offside, got it a bit. Okay, 3 as warning.
You've got to give the USA credit for the defence. The number of tackles they've had to make, the number of tackles they've had to make 5-6 metres from their own line time and time again. It is energy sapping. The starting team done it, the players who've come off the bench are doing it. Scotland with the territory possession should really be further ahead than they are in the scoreboard.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, they could be more clinical, but a lot of that's down to the will and desire or the defenders on the line there, but they have to keep their discipline because it just means given the penalty they're going to face another set of attack.
How much longer can they keep Scotland at bay, looking for their 6th try? It's the cap off, put the icing on the cake. Well, they do go over. I think it's
Ewan McVie
again. Scored 9 minutes into the game and scores 9 minutes from the end of the game. The big second row.
Yeah, it's just the sheer volume of carries close to that line from the quick tap. Hector Patterson finds Stephen, who gets that a little bit wider away from the initial contact, and then this is what I was talking about earlier, just make the next play a little bit wider. There it is, it's on the outside edge. McVie, so big, so powerful, on the move, timing at the ball. And I think when USA have had to defend so often and so close to the breakdown, moving the ball that little bit wider, if it's still even one pass that's fine, but just rather than the pick and go, just move it that slightly wider, attack the defenders, make them move that little bit more to get into position, and McVie did that really well. Patterson with the pass, McVie on the outside edge, finding the space between 2 defenders under the posts, and Hocking adds the 2 extra.
Another Edinburgh Rugby player formerly of Edinburgh Accies, and played with Heritage Rugby Super Series using his 116 kilo frame to good effect there, picking up his second try. Then Hector Patterson had to put that ball into space, didn't quite get it right, straight into touch.
Yeah, he's frustrated with that one. It's quite a long way out. The space was there. Hard for the opposition back three to cover a kick like that comes from the base of the ruck, because you don't see it until the ball's a third of its way on its journey to where it's going. Usually if a first receiver kicks it, you can see the pass to him and then the kick coming, so it's clever in a sense from Hector Patterson, but the execution was off.
2 quick passes out into the midfield.
Well done.
Williams and Klein. Back from Williams to Braemar Murray. Caught in 2 minds there, driven back, and then the USA support back pedaling, going off their feet. A penalty to Scotland.
Yeah, that's a result of Lee McConnell's tackle. If it's as dominant as that and it's driven back, Braemar Murray's driven back, it means the supporting players of the USA have to follow back as well, and it's so difficult then to get over the ball, be dominant, stay on your feet, drive forward. So big collision, and that's an excellent kick from Hawken as well, right into the bottom corner. There goes McConnell, low driving, and because Wallinger's ahead of the ball, effectively comes in from the side, it seals off. Good play from the co-captain of Scotland.
2 tries for starting hooker Jerry Blythe Lafferty. Replacement Seb Stephen with the overthrow. Still been snapped up by Scotland, so centre field ruck. McConnell again driving low into contact with that right shoulder. Stephen now driven across field, tackled by Holden Hahn. Scotland still attacking down that left side, this time through Kerr Ewell. Once again keeping things tight, forcing the USA defence there onto the back foot. A good dart. And Ollie Duncan, pro replacement, and then the angled run by Liam McConnell. Chopped down. Captain thought he was in again, but Scotland just inches away again. Kerr Ewell skips out the tackle. In goes Braemar Murray, try and hold the replacement inside centre up. Hector Patterson throws a dummy. The door shut quickly on the replacement scrum half. Still with Scotland though, right in front of the posts. Just short of the try line, Patterson there. But the forwards go over. And guess who? Ewan McVie in for the hat-trick.
Hat-trick. Ewan McVie, what a workload. He gets his hat-trick. Again, I think Scotland have to credit the USA defence time and time again. It's probably taken 4 or 5 phases longer than Scotland would have wanted to get over the line because of the effort. Look at the effort there from the USA defence. I also think Scotland are probably attacking too close to the contact, but McVie gets that little bit wider again. McConnell had 2 or 3 really close carries, and then McVie gets on the edge, gets his hat-trick, and celebrates with a big drink as Hawken goes from 3 and chips over another 2 points. But yeah, it's just the sheer volume of tackles that the USA are having to make. It comes from their discipline further up the field, putting Scotland in a good field position, and then just too many tackles having to be too close to the line, run out of bodies. Scotland retained possession, McVie pops over.
Perhaps unsurprisingly, the USA just starting to look a little weary. 4 second half tries for Scotland. 3 of them in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, we said in the first half, didn't we, the sheer volume of tackles and defensive duties that the USA had to do may then tell later on the game. That's certainly been the case. But Scotland have had to work for those tries. There's been none of them really that have been easily or soft. They've had to go through the phase, they've had to find the space, they've been made to work for them. There's just too few attacking opportunities really for the USA in the game so far.
Can they get themselves a consolation try? Inaccuracy at the line out, again costing them. Seth Smith unable to find his man. It's with Scotland as they go in search of an 8th try. It goes to fullback Fergus Watson. be relatively quiet this evening. Come into this one with 13 tries so far. Away goes Ollie Duncan, looks round for support, charges into Corbin Smith, and back up into the 22 Hawking. Out to Jake Shearer, placement tight head prop. Hector Patterson, quite get the timing of his run right there. Dylan Coburn, that goes to Kerr Yule again, just showing his power, driving the legs. And Scotland again, 10 metres short. Hector Patterson to his half-back partner Jack Hawking. Patterson back to his feet to Dylan Coburn, through a power of carrying since he came onto the field for Rory Hart. Tom Curry in come the hands from the USA, unable to get that in their space. Out to Scotland's left, players queuing up if Patterson gets the ball out there. Coburn again.
Ready, go.
4 metres short.
Yes, ball is out.
The space is gone, but who needs space when you've got the power of Kerr Yule? He charges over the try line, and Scotland do get their 8th try.
Yeah, good line from Kerr Yule. Again, attacking space rather than just running the bodies again. Scotland, I think, could have moved that ball wider earlier, but they do retain possession. They make USA make tackle after tackle after tackle. Coburn drives, and then I think Hector Patterson was involved in summing off the ball, so Hawking comes in really quickly, flicks the ball away to Yule. Good step, good power, and a good impact off the bench for Kerr Yule. Scoring Scotland's 8th try and diving over in the left corner. It's good awareness from that man Hawking to come into scrum half and clip the ball away.
Crowd disappointed. I think they were looking for the 50. You could hear the groan. Jack Hawking, the villain for not kicking the conversion. Scotland 48, USA 3. Still 20 minutes left, so one last possession for Scotland.
Klein switches it, takes off short to the right. Good play, good skill.
Yeah, it's been won back by the USA, so perhaps gives them the last say of the game. To the USA.
Yeah, it's McConnell with an excellent challenge, but he has to listen to the referee to clear the release before going back in the ball. You know, for the 80th minute to make a collision like that and get over the ball and show the desire. That's why he's captain. But he has to also remember that little bit of discipline and try and. It's so difficult when your head's buried in there and you're not sure who the referee's shouting at, but try and listen in. Can the USA get up? Something to finish with. Decent kick to the corner, 7-8 metres out. There's a smiles on the Scotland's replacements bench as Smith looks to pop the ball in for the final play.
Scotland won't want to concede here. Seth Smith finds his man. Solomon Williams races round, chopped down 5 metres short of that try line. So the USA, can they have the last say of the match? And Scotland keep them out. They will be desperate too. It's the one penalty so far for the USA.
Use it.
It's keeping things tight. Scotland defence strung across their own goal line. It's the forwards. Now they'll go wider. Klein looks across field. He'll try to find Keelan Farrell, and that goes straight into the arms of the left winger. Beautifully judged kick by Oliver Klein. Keelan Farrell picks up his 7th try of the tournament, and the USA do get the final say in the match.
They do, and it's an excellent piece of skill. I tell you what, Oliver Klein's made a difference coming on in that first receiver play. That's a brilliant attacking kick right into the breadbasket for Farrell. It's under pressure as well, and actually the USA did really well to draw the defence in. They made Scotland make those tackles close to the breakdown, and it pops out. And I thought they were looking a little bit thin with numbers out there, the USA, when they did choose to play it. But an excellent weighted cross kick from Oliver Klein, scored by, picked up and dotted down by Farrell. I think USA deserve that. They haven't had it near enough attacking opportunities, but piece of quality like that to finish will go a long way in their preparations for next year's Junior World Trophy.
Well, Corbin Smith curls the conversion round nicely through between the uprights to add the extra 2 points. The referee blows for full time. The USA get the final say in the match. They were never really in it, but they never gave in. They played some good rugby in a losing cause. Brave in defence. But Scotland, dominant, got better and better, improved in that second half. 3 tries in the first, 5 in the second half. The full-time score, Scotland 48, USA 10, and Scotland World Rugby Under 20 trophy champions.
Yeah, and congratulations to Scotland. It's a really important step. They'll progress to next year's Junior World Championship, and that'll be really important for some of those players, not all of them of course. Some of them may be too old next year, but they can take pride in getting their nation under 20 level promoted back to the major championship. As well as their face, a lot of hard work's gone in from players, from staff, a lot of pressure on them as well, hosting the tournament and having to progress through. So congratulations to Scotland. USA can take quite a lot from moments like this, and they'll make sure they enjoy it. Last up, Liam McConnell just getting his medal now. There he is, and he'll be presented with the trophy. Looks like he's just going to pick up himself.
Bill Bowman presenting the World Rugby Under 20 trophy to Liam McConnell. He holds the trophy aloft. He's led the team well. Such a good ball carrier, great line-out option. Scotland having been relegated from the Championship 2019, and with those COVID hit years, widely expected to be promoted last year, but lost in the pool stages to Uruguay and had to make do with third place. They've taken their opportunity this year on home turf. Crowned World Rugby Under 20 trophy winners 2024.
And they're going to be joined by the staff as well. Kenny Murray, head coach, has instructed all the staff, everybody involved, to get in for a team picture. Fergus Pringle, the forwards coach, is going to be the last to arrive. There he is with the cap jogging on. The big second row I used to play alongside. No wonder he's last into the photo. It's a big effort, isn't it? A big squad effort, not only the squad of players, and there'll be a lot of players involved that haven't been playing this evening. That'll be a big part of that as well, but the off-field staff as well. It's moments that quite right they should all share, and they'll be desperate to celebrate. It's Callum Norrie who's involved. Obviously not involved this evening, but was involved earlier on and in the Six Nations, limping over with the crutches. Congratulations to Scotland.
That seems to be the celebrations over, at least out in the pitch. I suspect there'll be some more celebrations later on.
You'd be disappointed if there wasn't. Nah, listen, you've got to celebrate for how hard you have to win. Of course, the goal was, promotion to the Junior World Championship. There will be a step up, and the standard of that this year has been incredible. The finals between